Y'all, we need everyone blasting social media right now. At this very moment, Israel is forcibly displacing 1.2 million Palestinians in Gaza. A literal ethnic cleansing. They're telling everyone from the north that they have less than 24 hours to evacuate to the south before they start decimating the northern region. Entire Palestinian families are fleeing for their life by foot, by carriage, pulled by a donkey, a horse, loading in the backs of trucks. The exact same thing that Israel did to us in 1948 during the Nakba, our first ethnic cleansing. Packing their entire life in one suitcase and carrying the one necessity: mattresses. Everyone north of Wadi Gaza, more than 1.2 million Palestinians, literally ethnically cleansing the northern region. Israel dropped flyers from the sky with the announcement that they have to leave and a map on where to go, claiming that they're trying to help the Palestinian civilians and save Palestinian lives. It is physically impossible to move 1.2 million people in less than 24 hours. If they had a week, they still wouldn't be able to do it. Israel is somehow their savior right now. Half the streets in northern Gaza have been destroyed or blocked with miles and miles of rubble after 6 days of Israel carpet bombing them. More than 6,000 bombs dropped on Gaza in less than a week, with more than 2,000 Palestinians killed at this point. 500 of those were children killed. And now everyone in the north who's still alive is supposed to leave. There's over 10,000 Palestinians currently injured. And now they're supposed to evacuate to the south while injured and being treated. Gaza's largest and main hospital is in the northern region. What are all the patients there supposed to do? The doctors, the staff. Israel has already cut electricity, cut food supply, cut water supply. They're rationing the scarce fuel supply. Those who have cars can drive there, with the rest walking miles and miles by foot to escape death. And what's even more disgusting is that Israel gave them a specific safe route to escape to the south, telling Palestinians, take this road, it's safe. And when Palestinians start taking that route and evacuate, they bomb them. Over 150 Palestinians taking that route have been killed in less than 5 hours. Do we not realize how small Gaza is as a whole? Gaza is barely 5 miles wide by 25 miles long. It is the third most densely populated area in the world. More than 2 million people on this sliver of land. And now it's being cut in half, and the entire 2 million are supposed to fit on the southern half, which is what, like 5 miles by 12.5 miles. And Israel is sadistic because they know this is physically impossible to move this amount of people and fit them in this tiny space. And this is exactly what the terrorist Zionist militant groups did to Palestinians in 1948 in order to establish the settler colonial state of Israel. The Nakba in 48, the catastrophe where nearly 1 million Palestinians were ethnically cleansed from their own land, forced to evacuate for safety. And those are the ones who were alive, putting aside the ones who they already killed. And they're using the exact same tactic right now in Gaza, telling the people, we're here to save you for your own protection. Leave your homes, we'll get the deed done, and then you can come back in a few days. Israel knows that everyone who's fleeing is not going to be able to come back. So now we have the Palestinians who are able to flee, and the rest who are just sitting in the north waiting to die because they can't leave. Or they're choosing not to leave. Rightfully so, staying in their land, refusing to leave. Because they know that every Israeli tactic is a trap. That whether in the south or the north, Israel is going to kill them. They would rather die in their home, protecting their land, than being killed trying to leave. True enough, Israel bombed the safe route they gave people to escape through. So now we have entire families separated. Some escaping, some staying, some dying, some surviving, some still stuck under rubble. Before today, there was already nearly 300,000 Palestinians in Gaza who have been displaced in just the last 6 days since Israel started bombing them. Now they're simply adding to that number. More than 60% of Palestinians in Gaza are not even from Gaza. They are refugees or descendants of refugees from neighboring areas that were ethnically cleansed in 48 or 67 to make way for the current day Jewish settlements. So for 60% of the population, this is the second time they're being displaced, if not the third time, with their grandparents being displaced in 48, the Nakba, their parents being displaced in 67, the Naksa, and now this in 2023. I could keep going on, but I'm gonna cut this here because the whole point of this is that we need to be blasting social media. It is our responsibility to spread the word right now. Because there's no electricity there, most Palestinians there aren't able to talk about it on social media. So it's our job, for those of us who are outside and safe, to talk about it. Show the world what Israel is doing to them. We need action right now, you guys. What's happening is unreal. Unimaginable. The fact that this is happening right now and the world is doing nothing about it. Do your part and spread the word.